say, don't they, that blondes have more fun, and that's the line, isn't it? That apparently it's a lot more fun if you're fair and blonde. Of course, I don't necessarily prescribe to that, as one can imagine, although it is nice being blonde, but of course you can't do all the things that, of course, people with tougher, darker skin can do, i.e. enjoy the sun. You've always got to be careful, haven't you? It's interesting to note, though, that literally this is happening in our schools today, and I wanted to share this with you because it's a rather shocking story of exactly now the situation that everybody finds themselves in order allegedly to fit in. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today on a bus. As I say, we film these as and when we can, wherever we are, up and down in London. And it is nice, as I say, to get that moment to sit down, isn't it? Have that breather, you know what I mean? Even if you're on a bus, I know, you're saying, are people looking at you, Neil? They are. I might have to start taking some fares soon. Who remembers a conductor? They've gone now, haven't they? Now, here's this story that I wanted to share with you because I think it's quite alarming. When I was at school, and I'm sure it was the same for you, you fitted in all levels. When you think, there were rich kids, poor kids, but, essentially kids got on. Now, though, there's this terrifying situation developing all about how you have to fit in, not because, of course, whether you have the right trainers, the right books, or the right LP that you brought to school. That's long playing record for those that don't know, of course, but basically how you look. Over here, particularly in the inner suburbs of London, this is now truly happening. Young children are spending a fortune on fake tan. I kid you not. Now, this is not about beautification or indeed wanting to look exotic like all their favourite pop stars or Hollywood stars or whatever they're looking at on those Instagram posts. This is because a very serious topic has been told to me that they literally have to try and fit in so that they look slightly less than British, ethnic. You understand what I'm saying? Now, here's where it gets really interesting because a colleague of mine who has two very, teenage daughters, he let slip this and said, he knows it's happening, but he's not quite sure what to do about it because obviously they feel more secure. They're even denying their own heritage, literally, to other children because they feel slightly embarrassed by this. Now, I ask the question, when you look at, say, somebody who's blonde, beautiful, whether that be a man or indeed a woman, and it doesn't matter whether you're the opposite from Nigeria and you're a tall, beautiful girl or man, should it matter truly where you come from? And really, what is the point in trying to fit in? According to that particular source, they're very concerned about the bullying aspect that can come from literally being British. I kid you not. That's the level, that's the situation we now have over here in the very heart of inner city London. And I wanted to share this with you because I think it's a compelling story because we talk about school days being difficult for everybody. But as we now know, in the climb of social media, there's so many aspects of it that we don't absolutely know because we're not across it. And this story came to me directly from someone, as I say, who has two very young teenage children. Have you come across this? And perhaps if you have teenagers or indeed granddaughters and grandchildren, whatever, you may want to have a chat with them because secretly behind those veneered doors of literally the world of social media, a lot darker practices could be going on. And seemingly, while you might think it's all about beautification and fitting in, more importantly, it's about not feeling frightened, literally in the school playground. Shocking news, don't you think? As ever, I'd love to know your thoughts and please do like and share and comment respectfully in the boxes below. Neil Sean in the back of a bus in the very heart of London.